Welcome to Daily Dose Radio, a 5-minute devotional podcast studying the Psalms verse by verse. Broadcast from the ever-beautiful Sharonville, Ohio, on the sunny side of Cincinnati. Hey, come on in. The Bible Bistro is open today. We got it hot and fresh for you. If you're out shopping for Christmas presents, well, how about a little 5-minute Bible study today? And let me just remind you, for all our vegan listeners, if you're a vegan listener, we've got a vegan menu for you. It's hot and fresh too. And if you're swearing off social media and you're a vegan listener, don't forget now we have an app for your phone. We also have iTunes podcasts. You can download it there, or you can go to Spreaker.com, which I'll encourage you to do, because at Spreaker, Spreaker.com. There you'll find Daily Dose Radio has its own page, so does Creek Road Baptist Pulpit. And you can download or listen at your convenience from any of those sites. But I would encourage you to go to Spreaker or get the app for your phone. That'd be great too. All right, today we're in verses 9 and 10, Psalm 31. Let me go ahead and read that for you. Be gracious to me, O Lord, for I have trouble. My eyes waste away in vexation, my soul and my belly. For my life is consumed in sorrow, my years in grief. I think that every single one of us, under the sound of my voice, can understand that saying, can't we? I mean, this, of course, we first put this in the mouth of the Lord Jesus, and we understand that he has trouble because this is being spoken from the Passion. Jesus speaks, verse 5, on the cross. And so this entire psalm he adopts as his very own. So when we read this, we have to think of him first, and we do. We find that he did have trouble. He was on the cross. Wasting away was what was happening to his body on that cross, his soul and his belly, because you'll remember that while he was under the vexing hand of God on the cross, his entire flesh was being consumed. My life is consumed in sorrow, my years in grief. Isn't it amazing how physical pain can bring us down to the dust? I mean, just a little physical pain. This particular podcast is being broadcast to you late. Usually I post it the night before, but I have been ill myself. And I tell you what, it just absolutely ravishes the spirit, the soul, and the body. Pain does. And so when you're in pain, and it's very difficult to see past it. I mean, the Lord uses that, He uses pain to help try us. He uses that to see what we're made of, what kind of metal is in us. If we're going to cry out to him and seek his face in times of trouble and sorrow, vexation and grief. Notice all those very descriptive words that are used there. And maybe I'm speaking to someone today who, like me, has endured recent trouble, vexation, or sorrow in body. Perhaps I'm speaking to someone today who has endured vexation, sorrow, and trouble and grief in the mind or in the spirit. You've lost someone. Someone has passed. You've lost strength or hope, or there's been a diagnosis that has crippled your future. Your years are in grief. Your life is consumed in sorrow because of what someone else has told you. And I'm sure that I'm speaking to people that are suffering a great deal more than I have recently. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, this is our prayer. This is where we go. Yes, we can complain like David and like Christ on the cross and ask God to be gracious. What a wonderful prayer for us. It's not just a complaint, but it's just a statement of the fact. Here I am in sorrow, you have grace. Here I am in trouble, you have grace. Here I am with vexation, you have grace. Here I am in grief, and you have grace. Let us call on him today and pray this very prayer. Let's not run to other sources, but first let's go to the Lord and pray, be gracious to me, for I have trouble. I hope you'll join me again next time. Tomorrow morning, we'll have Daily Dose Radio ready to go for you on time, and we'll look at verses 11 and 12 on Daily Dose Radio. Thanks for listening to Daily Dose Radio. I'm David Smith. The music today has been performed by the Bluegrass Experiment. Thanks again for listening. I'll see you next time on Daily Dose Radio.